We have a lot to talk about for today's Lions news. We're obviously going to get into the Lions takeaways from the Bears game. Lions versus Denver Broncos. What right now is the spread? I'll give you thoughts on there. The playoff picture as it shows for the NFC North as well as the whole NFC. Jared Goff is struggling. What is going on here? Can it be fixed? And the NFC North lowdown. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Detroit Lions, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 51,000 subscribers. Continue to grow as we do every single day to take this channel to the next level. Lions are hosting the Bears on Saturday, December 16, 8:15 p.m. primetime game at Ford Field. The spread right now, Lions are favored by 4 points in this game. Obviously, underdog is Denver Broncos. The total over-under is 47 points. They think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, and I am thinking that this is going to be a fun game to watch. The Denver Broncos got a great defense. Lions is got an offense. We know it can be really good. It's struggling as of late, but this should be a fun game for sure for the Detroit Lions, and I think it's going to be a close one. Absolutely, it's going to be close. It's going to be a difficult game. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But the Lions have an opportunity here, and guess what? Vegas believes the Lions are the better team. A 4-point favorite. Generally speaking, when you're on the road, they give the home team 3 points. Denver's on the road, but we're favored by 4. We'll see how that line sticks throughout the week. But hey, look, Lions can bounce back and get a win on Saturday would be massive for the playoffs for the Detroit Lions. So question for you right now in the comments section. Who wins this game? Put L for Lions, B for Broncos. Let me know in the comments below. If the Lions legitimately want to win this game, we need some help here from Frank the Tank Ragnow. He did not play on yesterday versus the Bears, and the offensive line struggled, as we have seen throughout the season when we have injuries to the offensive line. The Lions' offense struggles. Frank Ragnow, we need him to be back in this game. And it really stinks that you got to talk like this, that you're dependent on one player. But right now, the Lions' offense is dependent on the offensive line. If the offensive line fails, the offense is absolutely not functioning and is playing below average. And that is the problem right now. There's a lot of issues going on with this football team, but I think the fundamental problem and where it really sticks is the offensive line. It must be fully healthy at this point for Jared Goff to have time in the pocket to throw the football so he's not shaky and worried he's going to get hit, for the offensive line to open up the holes, and to be the dominant type of grit team you want to be. You got to be physical at the line of scrimmage. If you're not physical at the line of scrimmage, we're off our game, and that's hashtag facts. So we need Frank Ragnow to be back in this game in a big way. Jared Goff has been struggling for sure, and he's got to stop these turnovers. I don't care if you're a huge fan of Jared Goff or if you're a hater of Jared Goff. I have no preference. I'm in the middle here. Look, I don't love the guy, don't hate the guy, but I think we all can agree here he has got to stop turning the football over. It must happen. Look at since week 7 right now. Jared Goff's got 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 6 fumbles, and 15 sacks. This goes back to the offensive line. If you can't protect Jared Goff, he's going to get shaky, and he looks like he's lost confidence. He's going to fumble the football because, obviously, he's getting hit. If he's shaky, he's going to throw turnovers. He has to play better. He has to stop turning the football over. If you don't stop turning the football over, Lions are going to go nowhere, okay? You cannot win in the NFL when you're consistently turning the football over. We've seen it. Last year, Lions didn't turn over, we win. This year, we're turning the football over, we lose. But there's good news coming up here. He is much better in the dome, and I don't think this is just this is just a weird thing. He is better, and I think he's going to play better. We're now in the dome for the rest of the year. You got, obviously, Ford Field here. Then you go to the Minnesota Vikings, their dome, Dallas, their dome, and then back home at Ford Field. Again, we stressed about the pass protection. It's got to be in there. Everything, I think, with this offense is driven with the offensive line, and it's got to be perfect for Jared Goff to be the way we need him to be, and for players to get open, for the scheme, for the big routes in the middle of the defense. All of this stuff has to be predicated on that and turning the football over. Jared Goff said it himself. Today was not who we are, who we plan to be, Goff said. We have undisciplined stuff, unfortunately, uncharacteristic, very undisciplined. Jared Goff has been undisciplined. The offensive line has been undisciplined with the false starts. The penalties is being the defense is undisciplined. He's 100% correct. So stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Stop the turnovers and better offensive line. That's why I'm optimistic with the offense. I feel like it can get better. I'm not saying it's going to get to what it was, elite status, but I feel like it can improve. With that said, we got to stop with the nonsense. Got to stop with the dumb stuff. We can't afford penalty. We can't do that. Turnover. Do that, you're going to lose this game. So I got a question for you. Will the Lions beat the Denver Broncos? Y for yes and N for no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I cannot wait to hear you on this one. I love to eat a lot on Christmas, kind of like Thanksgiving, just a whole lot of food, but not everybody is like me. So this bustling holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Factor's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tracking all of your holidays to do. Cross meal prepping off your list this holiday season with Factor. Skip the meal planning, grocery shopping, prepping, and cleaning up. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals delivered to your door. They're ready just in 2 minutes, so you'll have time to heat and enjoy. Go ahead and treat yourself to this high-quality, delicious meals over the holiday. Choose over 35 chef-prepared, crafted meals every week to support your healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, whether it's Calorie Smart, Vegan, Veggie, Protein Plus, and more wholesale options. Are you looking for calorie-conscious options over the holidays? Then don't skip on flavor. Try delicious, dietitian-approved, Calorie Smart meals around less than 550 calories per serving, or need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel best during the holiday season? Try protein meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. Factor isn't just dinner. Count on extra convenience any time of the day. Assessment of 55 add-ons that suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab-and-go snacks, ready to drink, cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothie. With Factor, folks, you can rest assured that you're making a suitable choice. We offset 100% of the delivery emissions and source 100% renewable electricity for production sites and offices. This December, make sure you get Factor. Enjoy eating well without a hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh flavored packed meals delivered to your door, ready to eat in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Head to factormeals.com/LionsChat50 and use the code LionsChat50 to get 50% off. That's code LionsChat, factormeals.com/LionsChat to get 50% off. Let's go to this offense here. Again, the offense is struggling. Ben Johnson's got to get better at playing calling it as well. 4th and 1, and we do a delayed handoff for a run. That's a terrible play call, in my opinion. You know the defense is going to attempt to stop the run. I mean, that's generally what you do on 4th down, especially 4th and short. Of course, the Chicago Bears are going to line up the line of scrimmage, and it's just going to result in some issues. He's got to get better, no doubt about it, and it's frustrating to see this offense the way it is. But, right now we're in a hiccup, and they have to play better. This team is built on offense. We have to be elite offense or really good to win games because our defense is lacking with talent, personnel, injuries, and coaching. So we have to be efficient and effective offensively, or we're not going to win games going forward. Let's get into the NFC North here. Lions still sitting at top of the NFC North at 9-4 with 4 games to go. Minnesota Vikings won a game 3-0 yesterday. They got a tough schedule. I don't think the Vikings are going to be in it. I think they're in a downward trend like the Lions right now. Green Bay Packers, they play tonight right now. They're in an upward trend. We need the Giants to go ahead and get a victory. That would be amazing. That would help the Lions out significantly, is for the Lions to try to win the NFC North. But the Lions are sitting pretty. Again, we're ahead by 2 with 4 games to go. Come on, guys. You can pull out a victory. We can definitely do it here. Chicago Bears, yes, they won, but they're 5-8. They're not really going anywhere. They could be eliminated from the NFC North this upcoming week. Let's do the the standings in the NFC standings right now. San Francisco 49ers jumped to the number 1 seed. Dallas to the number 2 seed after beating Philadelphia. Lions sitting at the 3 seed. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So somebody's got to win the NFC North at 6 and 7. Eagles the 5th seed. So I think this is the way it's going to be. This is the standings besides the NFC South that I think is going to be going forward. I truly, truly do. And before we continue on, I got a question for you. Will the Lions win the NFC North? Y for yes and F for no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue on here, and you look at it. Philadelphia Eagles will be traveling to whoever wins the NFC South. Maybe the South wins the game. You know, Philadelphia has kind of screwed up a little bit with a couple of losses. Vikings are sitting there at 7 and 6. I think it's only a matter of time before they get jumped at the 6th seed. The Packers are sitting at the 7th seed. I think the Packers will jump to the 6th seed, and I think that the Vikings will fall to the 7th seed. The Rams could jump in there for sure. They almost won a game versus the Baltimore Ravens. Seahawks has fallen off a cliff. So if we're sitting here, remember, the number 1 seed would have the bye week. Dallas Cowboys would be hosting the Green Bay Packers at this point. The Detroit Lions would be hosting the Minnesota Vikings at this point. And then the Philadelphia Eagles would be traveling to Tampa Bay. So right now we'd be facing the Vikings, and actually I think it's probably the best matchup if it stands this way. But again, I think the Packers will eventually jump the Vikings, and the Lions will be facing, if this stays this way, the Lions will be facing the 6th seed, and that would be the Green Bay Packers if I think what plays out, plays out. That's what I see going on here. So let's look at the Packers' schedule, why I think it's going to play out this way. They're going to face the Giants. They should win this game. They face the Falcons. Now, they could lose the Falcons game because they are fighting really hard for their division. The Panthers there, that's a win. The Vikings, I think they beat the Vikings. And the Bears, you know, look, it's the 2 division games. Maybe they lose one of those games. But that's why I think that the Packers are probably going to be the number 6th seed. And potentially, look, if the Lions lose out, I mean, they could win the NFC North. I still think the Lions favored, but, you know, that's the way it is. The Bears schedule, they're pretty much done. That's a tough schedule here. They're going to lose to the Browns, in my opinion. Cardinals are playing better. Falcons and Packers. Now, I didn't change the win-loss record, so I don't really care, but you get the idea what it is taking place right there for them. And the Vikings schedule, they got a difficult schedule. This is why I think they may not even make the playoffs. Let's keep it 100 right now. The Bengals are playing really well, even though they lost Joe Burrow. They face the Lions and the Packers and the Lions. That's a brutal schedule for the Minnesota Vikings. I say we probably split with the Vikings, and I think they lose to the Packers and they lose to the Bengals. That would make them an 8-win team if that occurs, and that is a problem for that football team for sure. Let's do some Lions-Bears takeaways here, some quick ones. Lions are making the playoffs. Even though we did not win, we're still in the division lead with 2 games. We're at a 99th percentile of making the playoffs per NBC because the other teams are losing and having an issue, right? So if you look at the Vikings, they may not make the playoffs because of their brutal schedule. Guess what? All they need to lose is what? The Lions beat them one time. I think that pretty much secures a wild card spot. If the Lions win on Saturday, that secures a wild card spot. If the Lions beat the Vikings at Vikings, it secures a wild spot. All you got to do is win one more game and at home. Offensive line is the injuries are killing the Detroit Lions right now. It's killing the Lions' offense. It's hurting everything. Offense is failing with injuries, bad decisions, and play calling. Jared Goff absolutely has got to stop the turnovers. Defensive issues is multiple. It is multiple. It is injuries. It is lack of personnel. It is personnel not doing their job, and it's bad scheme. That's why you're seeing the issues on defense there. I don't think it can be fixed until this offseason. But I think they can get better, obviously, with their turning. And it's going to help out when you get James Houston, C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. Absolutely will help out. And when they get activated, it's going to be a godsend. It's going to be huge. I think they can get better, but I don't think it can't be fixed. So there you go right there. But still, look, the Lions are going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. You know, even though we're upset, we're all upset for the loss, they're still 9-4. They should make a playoff run. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like it all. and I'll see you later next time. Adios.